Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here at our grand opening of Vermella Broad Street. There's so many amazing faces in this crowd that we have to thank for this beautiful moment. So thank you all for being here. It's just amazing to see this come to completion and fruition, and the city of Newark has been so tremendous to us. So without further ado, I will hand it over to Ed to make some remarks. But thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Courtney, and again, just to echo her comments, we appreciate everybody being with us tonight. We're super excited to see Vermella Broad Street now 100% complete and feeling like a community with the number of residents that we have that are already in occupancy. So we technically opened a number of months ago, but we wanted to make sure we picked a nice time of year to invite everybody to come out to see the property. I want to start by thanking and acknowledging Allison Ladd and Councilwoman McIver, who were here from the city of Newark. Allison will tell you we had a good number of meetings during the approval process for this project, and we felt very blessed that the city worked with us to help us navigate through the process. This is our first project in Newark. And even though we had built in a lot of the surrounding communities, like Orange and Harrison and Kearney, Newark was very much a new place for us. And without Allison Ladd's help and her team, shepherding us through the process, we wouldn't have gotten to be able to build this beautiful community. So I want to thank Allison for all of her help. Councilwoman McIver was also very helpful to us. She actually personally came to a community outreach meeting that we had actually in the Hope Church right next to us, where she had an opportunity to help us meet a number of our surrounding neighbors and residents that live in the area, and that was also something that I think really got us on the right path to not only addressing comments and suggestions from the community, but making sure that we were being sensitive to all of our neighbors. And she took the time to be here tonight too, so we want to acknowledge her. And our partners, Albert and Eli Dweck and Albert Bijou, who were introduced to me by one of my closest friends, Chris Lama, 7 years ago now, right? It didn't seem that long ago, but it was. Chris has been one of our closest business advisors, and his dad for many years, and has represented Albert and Eli as well and their families for decades, and introduced us. Just thought that we would make a good partnership, and their family had owned this property for many years, and we hit it off immediately, and because of Chris making that introduction, we were able to meet, and I think working together very collaboratively, get this project approved and built. So I want to thank Chris first and foremost for thinking of us, and also Eli and Albert for being phenomenal partners. And I can certainly see many of the Russo team members here tonight, which is always appreciated. You guys work very hard all day, and to take time out of your schedule to be here to celebrate with us means a lot. And without naming everybody individually, I just want to thank our entire team, from our legal department, led by Chris Minks, and our design team, our construction department. We have a lot of our property management leaders and staff here that are working both here and also in our surrounding communities. Without the time and the effort that you guys put in, we would never be able to raise the bar, which we take pride in doing on every project. We know that no matter how hard we try, we can always do better, but everybody on our team strives for the same vision, which is we don't want to just build, any old building and build cookie cutter projects. We constantly try to learn from every community we build, learn from our competition, and compare notes and ideas with our competition, and do the best we can. And our team that's here tonight reflects that in every way, and we're very appreciative of that. I do want to acknowledge one person in particular on our design team, Nellie Youssef, who She deserves a lot of the credit for the way this project looks. Spent a lot of time drawing and redrawing until she got it right, working with our outside architects from Minnow and Wasco, and Nelly and you know, Pedro from our design team, and Diogo Santos. Really, I mean, so much of the detail of these projects goes into the time and effort up front, and they really were instrumental in that effort. Last thing I want to say before turning it over to Allison is, you know, want to acknowledge a lot of our outside consultants who are here tonight. So many different disciplines, not only on the design side, but, you know, when it comes to opening communities like this and getting residents to be aware of what, you know, the fact that we're here and our marketing campaigns and our branding. There's so much goes into that. And between our in-house marketing team led by Courtney Mulligan, you know, our number of outside vendors from Splendor and New World Group and others, it's very difficult to get people to feel comfortable leasing a new building without that marketing push, and they do an amazing job. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank our residents. Lastly, we have we're very proud of having a diverse mix of residents from all different areas. I mean, we're drawing from, I think, 12 or 14 states the last time we checked. It's not, you know, we have a number of Newark residents that are living here. We have market rate housing, we have affordable housing, we have small apartments, we have larger apartments. We really tried to design this project so that it could be, you know, welcoming to a number of different demographics. And I think being 70% leased, and now we can see who's living here and where they're coming from. And, you know, we are very proud of the fact that we've been able to attract not just, you know, young people or students or empty nesters, but, you know, a very broad and diverse group of residents, which, you know, we feel blessed to have. I mean, there's, you know, we can do the best we can, but unless people come, we can't be successful. So thank you to some of the residents that are here tonight, too. Allison, would you like to say a few words?
Come on, council members. Come on, Councilmember Crump, I see you. I have council members and not a quorum, so come on. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Mayor Rajday Baraka, I am Allison Ladd, the Deputy Mayor for Economic and Housing Development. The mayor, unfortunately, was unable to join this beautiful, beautiful celebration, so he asked that we come on his behalf. So I thought about a few things to say, and I know our council members may want to add a few notes as well, is that first, this is absolutely a transformative, transit-oriented development. So you all remember what it was like before, right? I had just moved, exactly, right next to the Burger King. So I had first moved to Newark about 5 years ago, and I was driving around and I saw this really large vacant lot. Little did I know that within my tenure here, we would have this beautiful development that's not only fantastic for our market rate units, but we also have 30 affordable housing units on this site, and it's just really fantastic. Because we're so close to that train station. So we know that it's transit-oriented development. We're activating vacant spaces, and we're finding ways to have families who want to choose where they live. They can live right here at the Vermella on Broad. So we're really excited about that. The second thing is partnership, a true partnership. So Ed, congratulations to you and your whole team. Ed, you know, I got to know you right away before COVID, and we would meet almost every, I think, Tuesday. You wanted to meet so that we could figure out how to negotiate this transaction and get it to closing. And here we are. So it was worth it. It was worth those kind of weird, awkward moments when we were not talking about it from the same perspective. But again, it's just so wonderful for us to be here for something that was balanced, something that was partnership, and something that really is for our community. And I think that's where I want to end, and perhaps I can have our wonderful council president start us off, is to just say, community is so much a part of what our mayor stands for. The residents that have been here, our church neighbors, those that own property around this beautiful building. It is all about community development, and just having the opportunity to now see what has been brought to life is just really, it's really heartwarming. And so I'm really glad to be here on behalf of Mayor Baraka, and I'd love to have a chance to give the mic to Council President McIver.
Thank you so much to our Deputy Mayor, and I'm just excited to be here today. As Ed has mentioned, as well as our Deputy Mayor, it took us a long time to get here. I'm standing on property that was vacant all of my life here in the city of Newark, and probably many of those who are from here, you know, remembering all it was grass for a very long time, from my time. And I'm a little younger, so if any seasoned folks are here and you remember something being here, forgive me, it wasn't in my time. But I want to thank Ed, I want to thank all of the partners for helping us get here. We had a lot of labor of love to get to this point. One of the things we always talk about underneath our mayor and underneath the leadership of this city is about how do we really move our city forward but bring everyone with us and keep the residents that are here in mind in doing that. And that's a very sensitive line that we spend. I know I spend all day talking about it, as I have a lot of development here in the Central Ward in the city of Newark. But we do that by, like the Deputy Mayor said, by including our community partners, by keeping those who are here in mind. And with that, I want to shout out our church who is here, our church family who's here. Go ahead, y'all make some noise for yourselves. The House of Prayer, our wonderful church next door, who were great in making sure that they were a part of this development, making sure that they, you know, were involved, and we should hope for that for all of our communities. And as Ed mentioned, as Allison mentioned, affordability is always very important to us here in the city of Newark, and to have this project with affordable units on it as well, well, that is a win. So that deserves a round of applause. And then lastly, I'm very excited about about Newark Arts having some art space down on the commercial floor. We're excited about it. So you see the pieces of the community piece of where we play a part here in the city and our governmental leadership. With that being said, I do want to announce my amazing colleagues that are here. Tonight, I usually spend the time saying about my other fragrance that's on the council, but tonight I'm surrounded by some wonderful colognes that are with me this evening. And I'm so grateful to have our South Ward councilman here, Patrick Council, who's represented all the way from the South Ward. We have our councilman at large, Carlos Gonzalez, with the best hat on this side of town. And then, of course, we have our councilman at large, Larry Crump, who's here as well. So we're delighted. You see, you almost have a quorum here on the council, so that just shows you how happy we are to be here. And had I known, I would have brought my swimsuit to be able to enjoy the full amenities of this building. But it looks fabulous, it's beautiful, and as Allison said, it is definitely a transformational project. So thank you all for being here, and thank you all for inviting us.
I'm Lauren LeBeau-Craig, the Executive Director of Newark Arts, and I'm so excited to be here at the grand opening of Vermella Broad Street. We are particularly excited about this development. Not only is Vermella so intentional about the way they come into a city and connect with partners on the ground, but they are actually providing Newark Arts a retail gallery space right here in the North Ward, very close to Central Ward. But we are so excited to be partnering with them over the next 3 years to provide arts and culture here in the North Ward. It's been a fabulous partnership so far. I can't wait to invite everyone to the grand opening, so stay tuned. And thank you, Vermella, and congratulations on a great grand opening.
Good evening. My name is John Calabrese with Russo Property Management, live here from the rooftop of Vermella Broad Street in Newark, introducing our newest and latest property in the Vermella portfolio, and really excited to bring forward what Vermella has to offer to our residents. We have 40,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenity space, located just a few hundred feet, a few steps from the Broad Street train station, a transit-oriented community, bringing lifestyle, live, work, play environment with some great partnerships from local businesses in Newark, such as Audible. The amenity package at Vermella Broad Street brings to Newark a rooftop lounge, which I'm standing here right now, and a beautiful skyline in Newark behind us. The pool area at Vermella Broad Street is located in the courtyard of one of our buildings, enclosed and private to our residents. Clubroom space with gaming stations, WeWork areas, and another courtyard with outdoor grilling areas, outdoor gaming, community spaces, and plenty of areas to gather with friends and family.
We're so excited as tonight is the grand opening of Vermella Broad Street, which is our 14th property and 296 units in downtown Newark. We're so happy to be here tonight with so many important people that have been a part of this project, as well as so many important dignitaries from the city. We're so excited as we are 70% occupied, and it's been absolutely a joy to market this property as it's really very, very unique and one of a kind in this submarket. The response from residents has really been tremendous. I mean, as you can see, it's quite an urban oasis, and we're just so excited to be here. We're working with a community organization to have an art gallery in our lower level retail, which is super exciting because it's a great way to engage the city and really bring that community art flavor right at home. So thank you for being with us, and welcome to Vermella Broad Street.